Do you think that wearing eyeliner is aging you? Or is it just the technique? Well, today that's what we're talking about because so many women over 50 have simply stopped wearing eyeliner because they think it's aging them or it's too bothersome, it smears, it gets lost on their eyes or it fades away. Because if you have hooded eyes or any heaviness, they think it's a deterrent and they simply stop wearing it because it's too much trouble. Well, I understand that, but please reconsider because today I will show you 2 ways to wear eyeliner that are absolutely complementary to aging eyes that are over 50. Because if you've got mature skin around your eyes, we can do this. We can work with eyeliner that will lift, brighten, open our eyes, and it won't age our eyes, it will complement our eyes. Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly. Let's get started. The pencil that we will be using today for our eyeliner techniques is by Maybelline, and it's number 910 Bold Brown. This is what it looks like, and this tattoo line is fantastic, especially if you have allergies or watery eyes or puffy eyes, because this one, once you put it on, it lays down, it dries down and stays put. Before you put this near your eye, let me tell you what I do, because I never ever want to scratch my eye, is right after I sharpen this, I will take a napkin and I always soften the edges like this, specifically so that I don't have anything that will scratch my eye or my eyelid. So that's just a little tip I thought I'd throw in there. So please, if you sharpen that tip, soften it before you put it near your eye. All right, now I also wanted to show you that I left my eye completely blank today, and I used the Milani Gilded Mini Palette, and I chose the light eyeshadow so we could have a blank canvas. And I'm going to start on my right eye first. Now this is one side, one look. I'm going to start on the outside, not all the way at the end here. Because depending on your eye shape, if you have eyes that are turned down, that will pull the eye down. So therefore, let's not start at the end. We're going to start a little bit above that, which is here. And I'm going to take very, very small little strokes here. And I always lay the pencil on its side like this, as opposed to straight forward. If you lay it on its side, it seems to be a little softer application, and you can actually see where you're placing that. Now, I ordinarily will put it thicker on the outer corner. That way we have more lift. And then from there, let me switch so you can see what I'm doing on the inside. I am going to line this right eye, the whole top lid. This one we'll call the bright-eyed Bambi eye, because we're keeping all the color on the top to lift and open up our eyes. So watch what I do. I take the tiniest little baby strokes, and I am gonna come to the inside there. And I try to keep the pencil as close to the lashes as possible. Now, as you can see, I did it thinner on the inner corner of the eye, and on the outer, it is thicker. And I did that intentionally because if you have hooded eyes, and if I'm looking straight at you like this, look at this that's hanging down. So there's not a lot of space to work with on my eyelid per se. So if you have this same issue, and which is why you think it's aging you, it's because if we put too much of the eyeliner there, it closes up the eye. So being mindful to keep the liner as thin as possible, but we still have a line there, and it looks quite nice. But putting it thicker on the outer corner over here is what does this magic trick of the lift. I'm not going to do any kind of wing today. I'm going to leave it just at that. But I am going to make sure that it's lifted and a little thicker right there. And this also depends on your eye shape as well. So please take that into consideration, because if you have almond-shaped eyes or eyes that turn down, eyes that turn up, it really depends on what you're comfortable with, and it depends on that shape you are trying to create. And anything that enhances us, lifts us up, and makes us feel great, that's what this eyeliner technique is all about, because we want our eyes that are the windows of our soul to shine brightly, and this will help. So this is just one look, and look how simple that was. It doesn't take a lot of effort, but look at the difference between the two eyes, my right and my left. But for today's sake, I'm going to take this teeny tiny little bitty brush. And my brushes are from Jessup. I order these on Amazon. They're very small. Look at this other one as well. These are so small, and I use them specifically just for my eyes. And I can really get in there and be strategic where I place anything. So I'm going to take this little baby, and I am going to take this brown eyeshadow here. And what I'm going to do is go over that and soften that gel liner. Now make sure also you tap off any excess so that you don't get any residue inside your eye. So tap that off. Now watch, I'm going to start here on that outer corner again, and I am going to press it in first. Press. Then I'm going to dab again, lay it at an angle, and I'm going to soften that line. It really softens. Now this is where, if you have enough eyelid space, you can create more of a defined line. You can really broaden it out and soften it. But for today, look at this. It just removes any harsh edges, and it makes it look softer. It makes it look more lived in, and it really makes your eyelash line look thick. So this is that. And I also want to show you that on this edge, I'm going to lift it up just a little bit up here. And I'm trying to get rid of that harsh edge. There is our right eye. And we're done. I'm going to leave it alone. Now on our left eye, if you prefer something that makes your eyes look elongated, if you want your eyes to look bigger and more lifted but elongated at the same time, this is where we're only going to line the outer. Same technique starting on top. We're going to start here, right here, and again, not exactly here. Keep it here before that edge, and again, we're going to work on this outer corner. So I've already got my outer right there. Now I'm going to only go on this eye to the center and try to thin that out right there. Now that took just not even 30 seconds, but look at the difference that already makes, how much lifted it looks. Now, on this particular eye, I am going to go to the edge. I'm going to go to the edge of my eye, and it all depends on your eye shape. Now I'm going to go underneath the eye and very lightly stop at the same section. So right here, I am stopping right there. And as you can see, this is a totally different look. This one the right eye is more lifted. That's why I call it the Bambi eye. It's that, woo, your eyes are up, they're lifted, they're bright, and when we put mascara on, it's really gonna go up. Whereas this one elongates the eye, and it can really make your eye look bigger. The next thing I'm going to do to this left side is right here on this outer corner, I'm going to pull it out just a bit, barely. Right there. Do you see that? Now I'm going to connect the upper with the lower. Which creates almost a tiny wing. And it's not even intentional, but it's connecting the upper and the lower, but we're going to soften that out with the shadow. And that's all we're going to do on this eye, to elongate this eye. So if you want your eyes to look bigger, this is the way to go, but we're not closing up the eye with a bunch of heavy eyeliner because we've kept all this space open. We've stopped right here. We've stopped, so everything is from the middle out. Now let's do the exact same technique that we did on our right eye with this brown, and let's put the shadow on and soften the line. Starting on the outer corner, this little bitty baby brush is so precise. It's so simple. But look at the dramatic impact, and I'm really going to pull that out on that edge. There we go. If you've been afraid of wearing eyeliner because you didn't know what is going to work for you today, because our eyes are changing, and they're changing every day, and that's okay. But using a tool like one eyeliner has changed the way my eyes look right now. And it's evident when you look at me that this one over here is more lifted and this one here is elongated. So I'm going to put on some mascara and I'll be right back and we will get a full effect look. Hi everyone, I'm back. Now you can get a full effect of what our eyes look like left and right with a little mascara on my top eyelashes only. Now as you can see, the eye on my right is more lifted and I call it my Bambi eye. On my left, this one is more elongated. So as you can see over here, we only did the top eye, and over here we have it from the center on top and bottom, center to edge, outside here, and it stops in the center, which pulls the eye out and gives us that beautiful elongated look. Now, it's funny that this is called tattoo, which means permanent, but that's the beauty of this product. It stays put, and we did seal the deal when we put our eyeshadow over it. So putting an eyeshadow softens the pencil, it helps with longevity, and it really creates those soft, lived-in edges that really enhances our eyes, and it isn't as noticeable that it's eyeliner. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to see you again. And if you have any questions about any eyeliner tips or tricks, let me know in the comments, and I'll get right back with you. Have a great rest of your day. And enjoy your makeup. Go try these eyeliner techniques. And if you've got another one that you think is terrific, please let me know that as well, and I'd love to try it. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.